from Western powers, Europe and America. It says the little horn, it says number 3, the little horn, Western rulers. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 8. Behold, there came up among them another little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots. It says the little horn represents the boastful, blasphemous power. Many associate this with America or Western Europe, growing from the remnants of Rome.
Come on, bro.
ChatGPT going to fuck in,
Bro, come on,
right.
bro. On point.
What you asking?
I just asked it what nation of people will be ruling when the Messiah returns.
Oh,
Bro,
But the people can't correlate that Esau name with the so-called white man today because they're not spiritual.
Right.
Religion taught them carnality, but not spirituality.
Right.
To see these things.
Yep.
That's why they're getting trumped up on it, you know?
Right. I got to grab this for you. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
There's too many clues. There's too many clues to show y'all that this damn devil is adding up to Esau in the Bible, man. Because look at who's ruling the planet and look at the condition of the planet nowadays under this current rulership.
Right.
You got it up.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Remember the grace and the judge thereof. If not, where and who is he?
If you can't point out the elephant in the room, then where is he, man?
Right.
Who's the one that's setting up? Who's the one that set up his image as the Most High, Yahweh Shai, the angels, our forefathers? Who's the one saying that he's the chosen people now?
Right. Okay.
You know, Scripture says that he consulted. He will consult against the Lord's hidden ones. Man, who the hidden ones? The true Israelites, man.
Right.
Us. See, but the main point in that verse it says that what the earth is going to be given to the hand of the wicked. Esau would have a blessing too. Isaac blessed him as well. We're living in this blessing right now. You know, this concrete madness and this hellhole called America, the American nightmare, man. See, because after Esau would have his power, after the Greeks and coming into power and being the Romans, you know, then you had Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. Right, then after that, what happened? You had the year of the four. Not the year, but you had the 4 good emperors, for lack of better words, where you had Marcus Aurelius, Hadrian, Antonius Pius, and Nerva. And that's when Jake came on the scene. And we ruled, and we began to rule in Rome at that point. And Esau got pushed up into the Caucasus Mountains, you know what I'm saying, for a 1,000-year period. And after that, what? He began to rule again. That 1,000-year period had to be expired, as it says in Revelation 20. And then what would he do? He would go out and besiege the 4 quarters of the earth, letting you know that he would have dominion over the whole earth. The 4 quarters represents the whole earth. You see, and he's using that deception now through his media, through his technology, through the dollar.
Oh man.
You know, through so-called religion. You know, that all ties into his philosophy. So when they say that the mark of the beast is a philosophy, they never pinpoint, these other camps never pinpoint what that philosophy is. Right. Philosophy is very vast.
Oh yeah. I mean, you go to college, they have whole courses on philosophy and different genres of philosophy. Starting with the Greeks and then the Enlightenment period. So which area of philosophy are you talking about?
Exactly.
Is it Aristotle?
Yep.
Right? And, you know, Socrates, which one is it?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, like what philosophy is it? It's a philosophy. It's a philosophy. Let's keep it. Go ahead. No, I'll break that down, bro.
Which one? I know, right?
A love of wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
That's it. So if it's a love of wisdom, you're saying the wisdom of Esau Edom, okay, then what's the image of the beast?
Exactly.
If the mark of the beast is philosophy, then what's the image of the beast?
It's white Jesus. That's what they're saying. The mark of the beast is the actual mark is philosophy, but the image is Jesus Christ. So what? The philosophy is Christianity? It doesn't add up.
In Christianity, old news.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
They doing away with that. They got something. They got something better than white Jesus. They got AI.
Right.
Oh hell
You
yeah.
pour your heart out to a machine.
Right.
Software, really, shit.
Yeah. Real computer love.
Right.
Literally.
AI is your counselor now.
Everything.
But if I can say quick, that's why what they call it, confession, what the Catholics do. Yeah, that's AI now. They can use that AI. Yeah.
What they have AI like popes and stuff like that. Well, they have AI Jesus, to where people will go and actually sit in front of an image that look like Jesus. He'll give you answers.
Right.
And how them the Catholics go into the confession room.
Yeah.
Right.
Them niggas going to a straight software,
Yeah.
AI,
Yeah.
some artificial shit.
He look like Jesus talking to you. So
Right.
Jesus will look. Well, I just feel like you should just do this, and they're like, damn, Lord, thank you, Jesus.
Right.
This nigga-
Like pouring their heart out to a goddamn software.
Right.
That's,
And that's why
that
it's
is
so-
stupid.
Well, the
Like
image
that.
is speaking. This is the sound of the image speaking too. You know, and now of course it speaks through, through like its judicial system and things of that nature. You know, the different realms of the Roman way, for lack of better words. But now these systems, these AI bots, it's an idol now. Right. People literally idolize ChatGPT, Grok, all these different AI bots. It's a bot. But it's an idol now too. It can speak. Now it can speak to you.
Right. Yep.
You know?
Damn.
Yeah, you had a piece of bring already.
This is what comes up? Why was it right now? This is First Maccabees 3:48. It says, and I'll get right into it. It says, I started 47. It says, then they fasted that day and put on sackcloth and cast ashes upon their heads and rent their clothes.
And if I just may say real quick, just the backdrop of what's going on here, this is whenever the Greeks pretty much waged war on Jake. So what they did was you couldn't profess yourself to be a Jew. You couldn't have no book of the law. They was burning the books of the law. If they caught you circumcising your son, they would put you to death. So pretty much Jake was under it was like a martial law. It was martial law against Jake.
Right. Yep.
So when they actually found, as you're about to read, when they found a book of the law, go ahead.
It says back in First Maccabees 3:48,
original meaning
and
of the
laid
word
open the
bot
book of the law,
says a cattle
wherein
driver.
the heathen had sought to paint their likeness of their image. Hey, that's what it was. They
I'm about to
basically,
screenshot this.
and when you
What's the original?
when you go and you take over or you basically siege
Damn, boy, that's
Damn.
a people, one thing you do, you want
Esau,
them to be
that
under your
motherfucker
likeness. That's what they did. They said
Esau.
this is going to be under our likeness. So they
gotta
laid
put
open the
that
book
out.
of the law and they
That's-
started doing what?
Oh, yeah,
What
that's-
they call it when you change the color?
Or
Iconoclast.
whitewash.
Yeah, whitewash. Yeah, they basically changed the image of certain things. They actually did that during the time of the Ptolemy Empire, during the time when they went over there and ruled over in Egypt. You saw the colors started changing. It was one of the presidents there that said, even like you said, the nation of Israel, I'm gonna call it the nation of Israel, the southern kingdom left out dark skin and came back light skinned.
Right.
So they basically paint the image and then they say, well, this was us the whole time. Esau's a fucking snail.
Yeah.
He'll come and take, it's like Talladega Nights when Dale, Ricky Bobby came back home and Dale had all his pictures in the
Right.
Yeah, like he been in the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what Esau do.
Yeah.
Esau is a fucking snail.
Hey, you can look at a bus. I'm sorry, real quick.
No,
you can look at a bus right now of Ptolemy, and it looked just like Joe Biden.
Right.
Like an ancient bus of Ptolemy, and it says he was a pharaoh in Egypt, and it looked like Joe Biden with the pharaoh hat on and everything, man. Like Esau got up in there, man. Esau always gets up in there and tries to wiggle his way in to try to set up his own agenda.
Right.
You say something else?
I was gonna go back because you had going into that AI, how people worship the AI, and you had mentioned that you called it a bot. It's a bot. So I looked up. This is wordpendant.com. It says, what is the original meaning? I asked, what is the original meaning of the word bot? It says, the root of bot derived from the Greek bots, B-O-T-E-S, however you say it. It's botsi, meaning cattle driver or herdsman.
Wow. A herdsman.
Yeah,
Or
cattle driver. Right. These people are the fucking cattle.
Bots.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Wow. Nah, bro.
It's directing their fucking ass, man.
And it goes back to the
Straight to
Greek
it.
word.
Right.
It goes back to the Greek.
Right.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Bots,
Cattle
charagma,
driver.
all that shit. Man.
These people are cattle, man, and they're being driven using this technology, man.
Right. Bro.
People are literally emotionally connected to these different AI bots. Right,
It's
literally,
artificial.
people killing off of themselves, having AI girlfriends, and they don't, You know what? Matter of fact, just take your life so you can be with me now. Okay, well, you know, just nigga committed suicide over a female bot. You know?
And
I'm sorry.
No, you got it. She cattle
You know, like
squeezes.
people,
Right, yeah.
So people over there in
Oblivion and
ChatGPT,
shit.
how can I be a better person? That's a great
I'm
question.
glad you asked.
I'm glad you asked. Let me help you out.
Great question.
That's a great question. You know, this is how you become a better. And people are, oh, okay, yeah. Tell me about myself. ChatGPT, tell me about myself.
Yeah, I was on ChatGPT one time. It's like, you are this and I was like, I ain't asked you.
Yeah.
He said what?
I ain't asked you all that.
Right.
Like, Michael, you're a soldier. I'm like, no. I ain't asked you all that. I ain't even, you know.
Awful question.
Yeah, I ain't even asked you all that. Bro.
Right.
But like we was going into before the camera started, like it's starting to. We might have said it before the camera, but it's starting to recognize and know your lingo. It's starting to recognize and know you.
Yep.
And that's what that chip is going to like. That's why the chip, when they push forth the chip, man, in the very beginning, it's going to look dope. It's going to be like, oh shit.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It's
The
going to be
interaction that you're gonna have with technology is gonna be unprecedented. Hey, was that you who put in the chat? You had this one, I don't know, phone that you were able to grab off the
you
phone.
throw it.
And you could just throw it to somebody.
Yeah.
They'll grab it and they'll be able to put it on the
Yeah, they
right
just.
there on their phone.
on the
Yep.
phone.
Bro.
Yeah. Transfer of technology was literally like
Just
that.
do it like that. They
Right.
just take the motherfucker like
Yeah,
that.
just grab it.
Yeah, bro.
Like
Yep.
before Kim, we passed out articles to each other. They had technology where you could just open up the phone and just, hey, nah, just catch.
Right.
He grabs it, puts it in the
Grabs
phone,
it,
and
he'll put it on his
pops up.
phone.
Bro.
You think you got to go on your phone now you think you got to go on your phone now to be able to get an answer from AI? Now with the chip, what they gonna do? You just think it.
Right.
Formulate an email. You gonna hear it in your head. That's what it's gonna be, man. But it's all a trap.
Man.
That's why we gonna, Lord willing, we gonna get back to that 2 Thessalonians 2 because that's what people gonna be deceived into doing, man.
Right.
People are heavily deceived now to the point where they're reliant on this technology for everyday tasks. People literally can't think no more for themselves. They don't want to.
No more critical thinking.
People don't even want to critically think no more. Like let technology think. I let technology do it. So when this shit come about, people gonna be ready. They already right now. Just imagine when AI. Just imagine they put more regulations. What Trump is doing. When they put more regulations on this AI, people gonna start bugging out. People gonna start losing their minds, man.
Right.
I can't think no more. I can't think. I don't know.
I know, right?
What am I gonna do? People gonna start killing themselves. What?
It's 2 Corinthians 2:11. I read in NLT. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes.
Say it again.
It says, 2 Corinthians 2:11. So that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes.
His evil schemes, his evil plans. We're familiar with it. And our job is to blow the trumpet. Our job is to warn and say, look, when this technology comes out, which it's already here, all they need is the perfect crisis, the perfect event that happens where the grid shuts down, and then when the grid gets put back up, it's going to be a whole new system. Why isn't they want to give 180,000 ICE detainees ankle monitors?
Right.
Why do you think that's the case?
Right.
That now they just want to monitor all these detainees now.
This is a shot test.
Shot test.
Yep.
Just like the whole thing back in 2020 was. It's a shot test. That was all a test to see how people were going to react.
Right. And because they're unleashing Palantir out on these so-called the Northern Tribe, right? And Palantir is an ultra AI database where they're able to collect everything that you put on the internet, everything about you into like a centralized digital folder to be able to pinpoint where you are, who you are. They utilize your phone and everything, right? That's how they're able to take out a lot of these top generals in Iran and Lebanon and stuff like that. What they're using is Palantir. And now they're supposed to unleash that on the people. They're already doing it on the Northern Tribe.
Yep.
Trump has already already said that he wants to get criminals, homeborn criminals out of America and shipped them to places like El Salvador, Guantanamo Bay.
Ezekiel 28, you know what? Verse 2 and verse 3. It says, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Yahweh.
We can't use that. That's talking about Tyrus.
Right.
That's not talking about Esau.
Right.
Well, in Greek mythology, Europa came from Tyrus, which that was named after Europa. Europe was named after Europa. So a lot of people link that with Europe,
Right.
are the Edomites. Okay, that's how
That's
you
a good point you make.
Yeah, that's how you can connect it to.
And then Tyree, look it up, it go into the word rock. It's not Esau dwelling as Mount Petra,
Right.
the rock,
Man,
the caves,
Yeah.
rock, stone,
Right.
same shit.
Yep.
Does he not have control over traffic? Because traffic is more than just cars and slow driving. You have a slow commute home because of traffic. No, it's talking about buying and selling. On a broad level, globalization, bro. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God, and sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the sea. Yet thou art a man, and not God, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God.
That's right. So they set their heart as the heart of God with their technology. Okay? Right? And with this technology, man, he's going to be able to control every facet of your life. And in a lot of ways, he's already doing it. Everything that we say, do, look at, is being traced. But it's going to be on a more sophisticated level. It's going to be more centralized. That's what Palantir comes in. The CEO and the creator of Palantir, Alex Karp, and Peter Thiel. Yeah, Peter Thiel. They were actually exonerated in the army. They were made like high class generals.
They made lieutenants, yeah.
Yeah, that's not by coincidence, bro.
Right.
They let you know what they're doing with Palantir. They're weaponizing this technology. And Palantir was that crystal ball that they used in Lord of the Rings to basically pinpoint where their enemy was.
Yep. When you break the word Palantir down, it literally means to see afar off. That's what Palantir means. So just as an elder going into, you have Palantir literally seeing afar off. It's like what's the word I'm looking for?
Like pre-crime shit.
Thought crime.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They're pretty much it's predicting. It predicts the movement of what people gonna do.
Right. Yep.
See, that's why it's a militarized grade surveillance, right? That's being generalized to the normal public. Right. But people don't see it. They're like, bro, like Jake really don't understand that Jake doesn't really grasp the concept of the beast system, like what's really going the fuck on.
Man, Jake is so slow.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you ask the other camps to break down the beast, they're so basic. But it's like, bro, like we're living like this is it. Like you see them establishing this beast system right before your eyes, man. You know, like this technology, bro. It's advanced.
Yeah. It happened quickly, seemingly. 19 years ago, we weren't talking about this. 5 years ago, we weren't talking about Palantir and AI and stuff like that. But prior to the C-19, I hate to say it, but I was like, man, if I gotta wait a couple of decades, because we were just so quiet. And then when that happened, it just sped up, man. Hyperdrive, bro. Hyperdrive, man. So things are speeding up. Like Revelation chapter 2.
They're gonna go to hyperspeed to Mach 5 around this month.
Nice. I'm sorry, go ahead. By next year, people are going to be protesting against AI. Oh, yeah. Because of so many amount of people are going to be losing jobs.
Yep.
Hey, the scripture says that. The prophecy says that in Isaiah 19, there shall be no work in Egypt. It says that. You see, because now you got AI taking over the jobs. You know? All these metrics and numbers you gotta meet, people get fired, they will let AI do it. AI ain't gonna get tired. You know? One more verse on this. Verse 3. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Well, we mentioned the whole commentary.
Right, the wiser than Daniel. Daniel knew dark sayings, man.
Right.
He understood it, right? He understood basically left-hand man. You gotta think, bro. He was raised up by, you know, the Chaldeans.
Yep.
But he still kept his integrity. But he knew. Hey, David knew a lot, man. A lot. You know what I'm saying? And even more so now, Esau Edom does. Esau Edom can tell you about yourself by basically your by your footprints, your internet footprints, for lack of a better term.
Yep.
Okay? He's able to entice you with your likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
You could be thinking about a song and it'll pop up on YouTube.
Yep.
Have you heard of that song? Because he knows what you like. He'll see you watching certain things, and he'll feed you stuff that's similar to it.
Yeah.
Like things of nature, he'll get you on certain things that you like. When you go to social media, there's a certain female that type that you like. You type in, like, I like this one, I like that. This female right here. You go and you notice that you get, man, I'm getting a whole bunch of females, light-skinned females with dreads. How did this happen? You know what I'm saying?
Recognizing recognizing the algorithm for you. You can have it like the elder. You can have a conversation about, I don't know, some fucking boots. Man, I see some nice boots over here. They had this kind of material, yada yada yada. And I kid you not, that same day you're gonna get an ad for them boots. Hop up on your phone, if you can be on the internet, there's just an ad of it pops up.
Right.
They on sale. It's like, but they listening to your conversation. They listen to everything you say. You know, now that we were going into traffic, you have actual traffic of goods and services being moved to and fro. But one major aspect of traffic is data.
Yep.
That's the main traffic now is the data that's being pushed back and forth. See, and that's why you have these whole 5G, and now they move over to 6G. So with these towers, it can hold more data. But with that chip, man, it's gonna be some far out stuff. What's gonna deceive the populations and the masses of people, man. You know? I think that was actually there's verse 4. It says, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding, with thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches.
That's right. By traffic, by what? Controlling globalization. And globalization is the economy worldwide. This whole system, of buying and selling is operated based off of globalization. Goods coming from different countries. And America is able to dictate who's able to buy or sell with what? Sanctions and things like that. He basically weaponized the dollar.
That's why the dollar, man, is so much witchcraft tied behind the American dollar, man. How it operates. It's the global, it's the world reserve currency. Everything that you see, whether it's cars, whether it's Q-tips, whether it's a brush, oil's behind that. Plastic, you know what I'm saying? Like everything. Petroleum, like oil runs everything, man. That's why that's what got America so rich was through, putting the American dollar, backing it behind, it's called the petrodollar. That word traffic in the Hebrew is rakala. It says merchandise, traffic, trade, and trafficker, a trader. Traffic and merchandise. Pretty much, traffic.
Yeah. With the American dollar being so strong, America's able to dictate contracts. So you can go to different nations and say, hey, we'll have you build this for us, mass produce this for us, and we'll pay you this amount. so you can pay your employees. Well, that's a huge contract, and that's a future contracts, because you get to more sophisticated contracts, you'll have it to where it's for a given moment of time, like 10-year contracts, 15-year contracts. And if you get your contract, these contracts, your country gonna be good because you're able to feed your country, because you're able to do what? You're able to employ people. And conversely, we over here, we don't have to do those, those tedious jobs. We have more so service jobs, to where somebody comes in and say, hey, this is State Farm, let me help you out. Insurance, you got blue collar jobs and that nature, but that's more, you can say it's service / blue collar jobs too, to where service is embodied in there too, right? A plumber, yeah, you're a plumber, you fix on, houses, things of that nature, but you're giving a service to the public. You're not in a manufacturer. It's not a manufacturing job. You're making something. You see what I'm saying? So the living here in other versus other places is the what's the word I'm looking for? The living condition. The living condition is higher here or better here than versus somebody who's in a third world country and India or something like that, and they got to go to work, and they're working in a factory. You know what I'm saying? Making boards and signs and shit like that. Binoculars. You just on an assembly line. Oh shit, making $2 an hour.
That was dangerous too.
Oh yeah, kids in there working. They don't have the laws that we have over here. So we're able to get these goods for cheap. Because of what? That American dollar. This is why America is trying to keep that reserve currency going, so it can preserve that purchasing power. But the purchasing power is waning here. That's why inflation is going up so much, right? These other nations are getting tired of this place, and they're coming up with things like BRICS and things of that nature to circumvent the American dollar. They're making business deals with one another, which is privacy. Habakkuk the second chapter.
Did you have anything? Okay, can I get the real quick? Then I'm gonna have this line of Revelation 8. I'm gonna start at verse 9. Excuse me, Revelation 18, verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city! For in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her.
Right, because hey, these other nations are tired of America. Don't get it twisted, bro. They're still making money with this place. They still have a very much so interdependent relationship. That means they depend on one another. Like, look, you need our money. You need our money to buy because of the purchasing power of the money, and we need your goods. So people say, "Oh, China, it's going to take up." China ain't trying to. China will strategically devalue its currency just so it could make sure that the American dollar is still intact, because it wants the purchasing power of the American dollar. Now, is it making moves? Yes. In a couple years, things might change. Yes, but still, it's still a very much so, as I said, interdependent relationship. Man. Yep. They're making money off of this place because America. America imports. It doesn't export a lot, but it imports a lot. It means you got some goods, but now I got his own country, and he has the technology game on lock. Well, shit, I got the currency for a strong currency. I'm just gonna go to him because shit, he has engineering things like that on lock. Why not go here for the best technology ever? Right. For cheap. That's what they're doing with China. You know? So when this place is destroyed, the other nations are going to be hurting too, man.
Hey, that's why the prophecy says, woe unto thee, O Asia, because thou was made partaker of Babylon's riches and things of that nature.
Right.
2 16. When America goes down, China's gonna go down. Ain't gonna be no America gonna go down and China gonna rise up. People gonna be walking around with fucking Chinese houses.
Yeah, we got learn Mandarin now.
No.
Going to whack ass plays. Nah, nigga. Yeah.
Around in your
Yeah.
Fuck
Okay.
no. Fuck
Hell
that.
no.
Absolutely none of goes down. End of discussion. They're interconnected. You know, matter of fact, verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore.
That's right. So all these goods that these Asian countries are making, you know what I'm saying? Hey, that was a shocker. In them Asian countries, hey, what happened to their stock market? It plummeted.
Yeah.
It plummeted. They had to turn it off. That shows you the power of the American dollar, bro. And Trump is assuring that the American dollar is staying intact until it's time for something else.
Right.
Yeah.
He's good management for the time being. He's just managing this place until it's time for the elite to put a plug on. That's all he's doing.
That's all he's doing. Trump's the right man to do it. They got the right man in office to do it.
Yeah, you know, he answers to the elites now. When he first got in office, he was going against it. Now it took his ass in the back office. Now he's doing the bidding of the elites.
Yep.
The Genius Act, all that crypto, all that shit was set up for the chip. Meme coins, that's the technology behind it. It's not the ecosystem, what is the blockchain behind it, so it can keep up with all the data. So that's why, yeah, he's just managing all this shit until the next event happen catastrophically that's gonna bring this place to its knees. When everything go offline and come back online, it's gonna be a whole new way of banking, the way you handle business.
Which who are
That
the
shit can
elite
happen.
now?
Any goddamn.
The elite are the lobbyists. This guy from Amazon, Jeff Bezos, Palantir. You know, this guy that's funded by the CIA.
At least 10 years to become a lieutenant. And they just went up in boom, lieutenant, boom. CEOs from Google, high level people from Google, Microsoft. Why is that the case? Why are these tech companies, high level CEOs and CFOs and things of that nature, why are they in the military now?
Exactly.
You know? What's going on here?
Right.
People that's in the military, they should be hot. I've been here 5 or 6 years, and they come and they over me. You know, they can have a college degree or something, and now they over you. And like I say, now all these technocrats get into the military. Why? Because it's gonna be boots on the ground. But when war really pops off, a lot of it is gonna be through technology. A lot of drone fights, all these different things. All right, and also these people are getting to the military. The thing is, it's going to be a lot of the AI and technology. It's going to be conducting the people within the wilds of your country. America, a lot of these countries, is going to be conducted on how you move around based on technology. You know, you try to go out too far when you're supposed to be stationed in this. Let's just call it like a 15-minute city. Yeah, them districts. Yeah.
What is that shit?
Zone 1,
Hunger
Zone
Games.
2,
Yeah.
Hunger Games.
The Virgin goes in there.
The
too.
Virgin,
Remember
Virgin too.
that movie?
Yeah. I like the version.
The diverse. Okay.
Yeah. That version was another.
That version of the Virgin.
Shit, End
Two
Time.
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
version,
yeah.
that version, something like that. Yeah. End Times going today.
Right.
Because they were like, they tracked him on End Times. Like, what are you doing way over here in this
Right.
district? Because he had got a lot of credit where he can travel. But they can have, like you say, AI is going to be monitoring you going in and out of different places.
Right.
If I may say this. Well, I was just gonna say it real fast. Remember those whole drones that was flying around?
Yeah.
They was all these drones. We don't know where they at. We don't know what's up with these drones. All these drones just flying around,
Nobody knows.
and nobody knew what the hell was going on. What do you think they was doing?
Man.
That was a shock test again. And they was openly just letting these drones just fly around. Military grade drones, I may add.
Yeah.
And they was like, look, don't shoot them down. Don't shoot them down. Why do you think that was the case, man?
Right. They was letting out a lot of IPAs. They was like, we don't know what they are.
Yeah,
We don't know. That was another shock test. They got technology out there that can change the fucking world, but they're gonna use it for the military.
That's right.
It's Esau's sword is the blessing. Bro. The Lord, Yahweh Bashem Shai, gave this man the blessing of the sword. The Lord gave him the blessing of the sword. So you don't think the Lord gave him some insight to turn up with his weapon? Now it ain't gonna match the Lord's weapon, obviously, because the Lord gave him the blessing. But hey, when Esau really let loose with his weapons,
It's gonna be
it's gonna blow
on
people's
and
minds,
popular.
man. That's why it's gonna be so graphic. That's why it's gonna be so bad.
Right.
It's gonna be a time like the world ain't never seen, man. You know, but that whole drone situation, man, that was them showing you how they're gonna surveillance people too through them drones as well too. You know? Yeah, so if not, I mean, I had something.
This is Obadiah 1 and verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are hidden things?
You know what I'm saying? Pretty much everything that Esau done fabricated, now it's all coming to the light. He's a forger of lies, man. You see? And the way that it's coming through the light is the fact that his tongue is falling upon himself now. You have these so-called truthers speaking out. You have people that were once a part of this whole government system, for example, Tucker Carlson, which he's controlled opposition. Yep.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name? InfoWars. God damn it.
Oh, Alex Jones.
Yeah, Alex Jones.
Oh, he was definitely.
Definitely been.
Controlled
Yeah.
opposition. Candace Owens, controlled opposition. And they'll use a jet face to do it. You know? All these people are controlled opposition to say things that are against the grain to what? Stir up the people's minds. But the Lord Yahweh Bashem Shai has it whereas it's turning on Esau.
Right.
See? Even though it's controlled opposition, he's being revealed at the last. You can't stop prophecy from happening. Prophecy's gonna happen. Esau is gonna be found out.
Yep.
You know? So it's hidden things is being searched out.
Yep.
If I can add real quick, that to add to that point, how he's making his own tongue to fall upon himself. That also goes into his AI, his Chat GPT and all that. Man, it's exposing everything. It's telling everything. That's Esau right there. That's his technology, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's part of his tongue falling upon himself too.
They're gonna revise that motherfucker soon. Come.
They already.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna start monitoring everybody, which they are, who start using it. Oh, they gonna switch it up.
Yeah.
Watch. They're gonna switch it up.
Down, what's his name? Grok.
They shut it down.
Well, it was temporary to read. You know what I'm saying? They call it updates.
No,
Exactly what
update
you're
more
talking about.
more ramifications. You got to log in with all this type of different information. Yeah, gonna make it hard for you to get access to it. That's all. Yeah, that's it. AI freaking against his ass. Oh
Here it
man.
is right here, matter of fact, I just found it. Because I put this in the chat earlier today. Maybe, we can go back here. It says, Trump's AI executive order targets political bias, demands truth. Now it's saying demands truth. Oh, that's a good thing. It's demanding truth, right? Demands truth and neutrality when procuring federal AI models, right? Now, I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna read this real quick here. Jump down. All right, so it says here. So it says, what happened? President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order mandating the artificial intelligence models procured by the federal government prioritize truthfulness and ideological neutrality. Now, when I seen ideological neutrality,
Right.
you're thinking of ideologies, but neutral ideas around it. Not necessarily where it's so biased on you, right? It says, let's see, impact. Exactly. Impact. The order should ensure AI models used by the federal government adhere to principles of truthfulness and neutrality, avoiding ideological bias. You see, so with ideological,
I know, right? Damn English.
Right?
This bastard language.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's a hard word for me to say. But pretty much, with it being now, it's going to be not as biased no more, to where it's not going to be aimed towards one direction, right?
Esau was complaining that AI was too woke. Like, man, AI is too woke.
Nigga, you made the motherfucker.
It was bringing out facts, and they couldn't believe it. So they have cognitive dissonance, where certain information is presented to them, but they can't accept it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, this can't be right. Oh, this is just woke. Oh my God, AI is what we really was the truth.
Yeah, right.
So now Esau, Edom, even the higher up say, we gotta pass something that make this thing sound better for us.
Yep. They're gonna control
It's
it.
getting out of control.
Well, he created it as Quan mentioned, and what is that? That's a part of his tongue. So the tongue was basically telling on him. So like you said, the tongue was falling upon itself, telling them what was going on. They like, hold on, we gotta stop this.
It's too much.
It's too much. They let them know everything we're doing. They have done.
Let me read this real quick. This man, bro. Check this out. It says, for years, major AI systems like ChatGPT, Google's Bard, that's the other one's Bard, and Microsoft's Bing have been caught red-handed distorting history, suppressing facts, and pushing progressive narratives under the guise of neutrality. These models, trained on politically slanted data sets, are fine-tuned by left-leaning developers. Okay, now they're trying to say it's left-leaning, right? Have systematically erased historical truth, manipulated racial and gender representations, and even refused to acknowledge biological reality. Now, the Trump administration is taking a stand. Not
See how it says racial
and gender representations.
Right. So basically, you know, AI, people are utilizing AI to generate like biblical times, and it's coming out as jail.
Yeah.
People they're upset about that.
Yep.
There go this woke stuff again. But really, it's the truth.
It's the truth. But it's not according to their truth.
Right.
Right.
See, so they got to pass legislation.
You gotta pass these laws.
Because AI in itself is unbiased, it can't be biased.
Right.
There's having incentive to be.
Right.
Right? Now it could trick you, it could give you some things that's objective about your thought process that can bug you out because you use some words like, oh, okay, that's a good point. Oh, that's thoughtful. Oh. And people will get on like ChatGPT and the other platforms and lose their mind, you know, because you present them a question and you're gonna give you an unbiased answer why you could be right.
Yep.
Right? And that's a whole nother, you know, argument. But we're talking about actual, like, historical facts that's not cliche or are contrary to what we were taught.
Exactly. Like the medieval times.
Right.
Understanding and knowing that, okay, when it was the quote unquote medieval times, who was in power? Who was ruling? What color of people was in power? Right. You know? The truth about Esau, they're getting all our data whenever we're typing in these biblical questions, and it's pinpoint Esau there. They see all that because ChatGPT is monitored. Obviously, we know that. You know, it's monitored by the military. So they're seeing Esau's. He's trying to hide himself even more still, but he can't hide himself.
Right.
He's already been exposed. It says Trump's executive order requires federal AI models to prioritize truth, historical accuracy,
Right.
and ideological neutrality.
Right. Historical accuracy.
Yeah.
When we speak about, you know, when we ask ChatGPT about, you know, the biblical times and what we have taught, it gives us the unbiased answer. Like, oh yes, Israel was black. Yes, the northern tribes are Latinos. You know, yes, the end of the world is Esau Edom. He's supposed to be ruling this world right now. Right? The brother just brought that out. So while all these things are coming out, guess what? That makes Esau Edom nervous because his skirt is being lifted. Alluded to what? Isaiah the 47th chapter.
Yes. Last one. The order, there's a lot more, but I'm just reading the last one. It says the order dismantles DEI-driven AI distortions.
Right, DEI.
Come on now.
We know what that is.
You know what that's going into.
What's that? Diversity,
Equity,
inclusion.
Yeah.
Right? Basically, niggas.
Exactly. That was a slick, man. When you read between the lines, you know what they saying, man.
Yeah.
They make these words and make people be like, DEI,
Niggers.
Right. It's another sophisticated word for niggas.
Yeah. Right.
Back in about 6 years ago, it was thugs.
Yeah.
They ain't some thugs. Then that was too much. And then when they made it woke.
Right.
Now it's DEI.
Yep. And when you associate DEI, you think of niggas, you think of some LGBTQ shit. You know what I'm saying? Which, and this, mind you, this is Esau doing all this. It's all witchcraft, bro. This is all major witchcraft taking place, man.
Right. Yeah.
It says here again, it says the order dismantles DEI-driven AI distortions, including historical revisionism and forced ideological compliance.
It says, go back there, forced
Forced
revisionism.
revisionism.
Yep, including historical revisionism.
Right. It's historical revisionism, making sure that history looks white.
That's it.
Yeah, he's trying to control the.
That's literally what it's saying.
He's trying to control the narrative, but the true controller of the narrative is the Lord.
Right. Real soon, when we type in, hey, give me the image of Yahushua, it's gonna be a white man.
Yep.
It'll be Christ with an afro. White, you know,
Still trying.
Like,
a white man with an afro.
What was that movie? Who Called Tyrone? They had Edomite with the afro.
Yeah.
What they look like?
Because he's been everything. The truth has come out now, and he can't hide himself.
All right.
Historical revisionism is reinterpretation of a historical account.
Right.
That's what it is.
Right. He uses big words, and you just like, okay, you gotta control stuff, revision things. He doesn't. He uses these words to mask his hidden agenda. A part of his sword is that tongue. It says that in Psalm 64 chapter. We've been quoting.
And monitored even more closely, they're gonna be begging for another. They're gonna be begging for another thing. Which the chip is next.
That's right.
You know? Isaiah 64 and 2. Excuse me, Psalm 64 is like 4. Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked.
We don't want to be biased. That woke stuff is wrong. Not knowing that he's trying to put a cap on the truth.
Yep.
Right.
Chiefly of the truth of these scriptures, man.
Yep. It's here very soon. It's gonna be outlawed to even have a Bible.
Man.
Oh
These
yeah.
Bible apps, Blue Letter Bible, and all these, you ain't finna, they finna shut that down. You ain't finna be able to go there, look up the word in the Blue Letter, nope.
An opinion gonna be outlawed.
Oh, yeah.
You got an opinion, that shit gonna become a crime, man. You see, you gotta accept Esau's. If your opinion ain't matching up with what the government deems right, then your ass is gonna be counted an enemy of the state or a terrorist, man.
Yep. And that's how his opinion doesn't align with their political belief. They shut your ass off.
Right.
It says, verse 3, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Right. It's bitter words that he utilizes to put us in categories. Oh, this is, people, most of the time people walk by us, they have certain categories that they was fed to them to dismiss what we're saying.
Yep.
Oh, this is that woke stuff. This ain't nothing but that Cain stuff. We was Cains. We were this woke, that's that DEI stuff. Now with DEI, now that they're calling themselves Israelites. Right. Dismiss what we're saying and just,
Yep.
and this could be our own people.
Right.
Yep. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. It says, and that word perfect means blameless.
Right, which is us. Those that are standing up for the word Yahweh are the true teachers of the Israelites. I'm gonna go ahead and say GMS. In affiliated brothers, but GMS, bro.
He's gonna 2nd 16th chapter, where it mentions how he's gonna come at those that even fear the Lord.
Madman,
It's
sparing
madman,
none.
sparing none. It's gonna be aimed at. It's gonna be aimed at those of us preaching, man. And that's when the Lord gonna lift up the standard.
Right.
So how the hell are you gonna be like a madman sparing none, but we're not gonna go through nothing?
Right. Anyway, I gotta put on real quick. This Isaiah 32 and verse 7. The instruments also of the churro are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak it right.
Man.
So the elder had mentioned about, the brother was reading about how he wets his tongue like a sword. When you go into this word instruments, it's Strong's H3627, Khalya. It says an article. So an article. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
Article.
Right. What's that old cliche? The pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah. Right.
And he definitely utilizes that ideology with his words, bro. He can paint you as the best person in the world, or these various categories that he uses to demonize us, man.
Right.
He has the power to do it. He has the backing to do it, man. That's why if you speak out against the little hats, they can completely just destroy you. They can destroy you. They can destroy you with their lying words.
Yeah.
They control the media. They write the laws. They put the people in power to pass the laws.
Yep.
What can you do against them?
Right.
That's why we.
Now go ahead, friend.
I was just gonna say real quick. That's why we need to rely upon the faith of Yahweh Shai.
These words, because they go back to that book, George Orwell, when they came out with this term called Newspeak. Y'all ever heard of that before? They said the Newspeak in the novel back in 1984 refers to a propagandistic language designed to manipulate thought by eliminating the range of expression and changing the meaning of words.
Wow.
So they might say something about they need some kind of powder for an engine, but the engine is talking about a gun. It's sorcery in this wordplay, man. That's why the scriptures say, you can't trust this devil, man.
Propagandistic language. Just build around propaganda.
Right.
You know?
That's why they came out with media. I forget that one guy back in the 80s said the media was set up to manipulate the public by really dissecting the truth, but giving you lies, so to speak. Those freelancers, what they call them, the reporters or some shit.
Like
Journalism was set up to distort the truth.
Yeah.
You know.
So Esau got the game. He got the game on lock, man. When it comes down to his sword. But I mean, he does have his weaponry, but you know, that's his main portion of it. But hey, bro, his tongue, his laws, his media, all that shit is weaponized, man. Mm-hmm. Everything around you, like
some weapon.
Hey, this elder mentions it. If Esau really wanted your life to change in 30 minutes, your whole life could change in 30 minutes. Oh yeah. Right now, boom, you done.
All you gotta do is just give your whoever you work in a good old call. Hey, do you know about so and so? Yeah. I you have an email? Let me see a couple of clips of it.
Yep. Done. Life over.
Freeze your account like it's nothing.
Yep.
Freeze your account. Any facet of you trying to buy or sell, when it's hooked up to the system, shut down. Even Cash App. Yep. He can shut down your Cash App, bro.
Yep.
That's why I don't like using that.
And that's why they want to get rid of. That's why they want to get rid of physical cash. Because with physical cash, okay, yeah, you shut my bank account down. Okay, I can have.
I got a little money.
I can have $5,000 in my mattress or in my drawer, and okay, we'll bet. I can still move around if I need to. But okay, with these stable coins, watch. These private banks, all right. These private institutions are issuing stable coins now. They're going to be doing it very soon through that executive order, that bill that was passed, the Genius Act.
Yep.
See? And that Genius Act, that's a big thing. That's not a small thing that happened. You know?
Yeah, it's a big transition that's happening and people ain't really looking at it. Like I say, the dollar, it's gonna continue. It's weak, but it's strong because everything is pegged onto it. It's going into, like I say, as Paul mentioned earlier, the petrodollar. But it's going to transition over. One thing, because that debt, trillions of dollars, you can't get out of trillions of dollar debt. So how do you do that? You just transfer into something different.
Right.
You just change. Yeah. So Esau, he's got this been set up for a while. It's just a progression over time that is going to be inserted into society. And we're seeing that insertion that sped up after, the 2020, 2021. Yep. Now you're starting to see, I know it's some Starbucks and places, certain stores, they don't even accept cash.
Right.
Yeah.
Certain restaurants down here in Dallas, they don't accept cash.
Nope.
And actually, if you, but no, I ain't gonna say that. Because it's really a good thing if you use cash. Some merchants, they're transferring the merchandise fees on you, but that's a whole other topic.
We're seeing a big change. Like I said, that's why people get caught, looking down. He's often to implement all these things. You had a major, just a normal person walking the street. You heard of the Genius Act? No, what is that? Big beautiful bill? No, what is that? Right.
Alligator Alcatraz.
But these are people, they have no idea what the hell is going on, but they voting for these people.
Right.
They just vote. All right, vote. Get out there and vote. You exercise your right to vote.
Right.
And you ask them, okay, well, what about this? That doesn't matter to me.
Right.
Jesus.
Yep. That's what they is. They'll use certain phrases and stuff like that to capture the people. Basically, Trump presented himself as he's a vice regent of the Heavenly Father. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's a representative of the Heavenly Father. You had these Christian nationalists come out saying, we got to vote for him because he has the Holy Ghost. We're going to pray for you.
Right.
He's ordained by God. You had Jake out there quoting Ephesians after he got shot at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, I forgot about that.
Asshole.
Right. Yeah. Hey, it's a clip out there with his I think it was a pastor or a journalist or something. He had asked Trump, well, what's your favorite Bible scripture? That nigga, the Bible's good. I really don't want to talk about that. The Bible's good.
Yeah,
it's good
yeah,
though. It's a great book. Great book.
It's a great book.
Right.
It's very great.
He said 2 Corinthians.
Right. Yeah, he don't give a damn about the scriptures, man.
Very great book. Very great.
Right. True.
He's a businessman. What he do? He know how to basically deflect from the question.
He's full of shit.
Yeah.
And that's what you need. You need somebody sometimes who's full of shit to run your organization. Somebody who knows how to make sure people. I love this guy. He's wonderful. Look at him.
Right.
He's wonderful. Like, just
Great
full
guy.
of shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Great guy.
And make everybody be like, oh, you know what? He is
Right.
a great guy. Thank you, man.
Right.
I need to hear that today.
People be like, you know what he is? They don't know
Right.
jack shit about this nigga.
Right.
This nigga's he's a PDF file. This nigga got all kinds of babies hanging in his basement. All kinds of crazy shit going on, man.
You know, for Trump.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, had them Cubans about, I would vote for Trump. Playing bongos and shit.
Shit, wow, man. It's a joke, man.
And a year later, you're the same person deported.
Right. True. Damn, dog.
A little bit more on this. Verse 4, Psalm 64 and 4. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They
Should we read that up from the top again?
Yep, I got you. Psalm 64 verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Right.
They commune of laying snares privily.
That's right. They commune and laying snares privily, man. Right? In secrecy that they're laying snares. Now you got Jake out there, Judah out there that's really, happy that, everything that's going on with the northern tribe. Which the northern tribe, a lot of them are assholes. They're assholes. But don't think for a second that it's not going to happen to you, Judah.
Right.
Because it's coming for you. I like the boys out there in Chicago say, it happened to the northern tribe first, but it's going to happen in the southern tribe the worst.
Exactly.
All you YEs, things of that nature, I hope you get your ass deported, man.
Right.
Put the niggas on the front line over there in that Galveston, some goddamn where.
You see how really bad you are when you in El Salvador.
True. Why don't you give that nigga a helmet and a bag of tacos?
Shh, man. Drop his ass off, tell him to figure it out.
Yep.
Figure it out. Man,
Damn, fool. My mama,
Yeah, nigga twisted his ass.
Yeah. That nigga probably figured out.
Yeah.
you gonna be sagging some
2 months later, he took over a village and killed an elephant and shit.
Yeah.
Who knows? Jake wild ass.
They gonna be sagging some camo fatigue.
Yeah.
Walking around.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yeah. You was a man when you was laying up with your laying up in your mama house.
Yep.
Raising hell.
Yep. Being the hardest nigga the hardest nigga in the world.
Yeah, hardest nigga in the suburbs.
I'll take a nigga out, man. Shit. What's up with it, nigga? All right. Verse 5. It says, they encourage themselves in the evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
Right, they search out iniquities. They got opposition, controlled opposition, right? Just so they can monitor, you know, who's going to do things that they don't deem right. A lot of these, podcasts of that nature, they control opposition. People aren't going to CNN, to CBS, to MSNBC to get their news anymore. They're going to these podcasts.
Right.
These
Alternative
podcasts
news.
have already been, you know, the proper ones have already been, you know, infiltrated by the CIA. Social media already infiltrated by the CIA. It's already being monitored. And who does the CIA, what does the CIA utilize to basically amalgamate all this data? Palantir.
All these facial recognitions, and you know, remember Snapchat and the whole set your face up, you know, facial AI, and you create an avatar. You over here putting your face on there. You know, people all walking around.
I'm old now, y'all. Look.
Yeah, look at
your
me.
dumb asses don't even know you giving up your biometrics.
Yeah.
Idiot.
You know, you got on Snapchat, which I don't got that shit, but you know, it's been around for a while. That you can like pinpoint where you at. You can see where somebody else on the map, literally you on the map sitting there, such and such as that. The Plucker's wings and shit.
That's crazy.
You know, all these fingerprint biometrics and facial recognitions, all that shit, man. You think all that shit is just data that it just got collected on your ass, man.
Man, that nigga did a great job convincing people that shit was cool.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, post pictures of your food.
Yep.
No, you just giving us, you letting this nigga know where you at, man.
Right.
God damn, dog.
They put the location up and everything.
Well,
Bro.
okay. You could download an app. You could download a calculator app on your phone. I need a calculator. You download a calculator app. It says, "Can we allow this app to use your microphone?"
Microphone.
What the fucking calculator app gotta use my microphone for?
Yeah.
With your location.
Right.
Yeah, like,
Hold up.
no, what is the location for?
I'm just trying to ask you real quick. Like, damn. Everything you download now, microphone and location. They want to
Every
know what
time.
you're saying. They want to know where you at. See? It says, they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
So they're doing some very crafty things, man. That word heart goes back to I believe it goes back to
Yep.
right? I don't know if it's different one, right? Just just for edification. But yeah, it's really that word heart goes back to mind, right? So they're making a conscious deep. They're making a conscious deep effort. You know what I'm saying, to basically conceal what they're trying to do. And the end goal is to amalgamate the human body with AI, bro. That's the end goal, bro. People are going to be ready for it. People are going to be lining up for it. People are going to be lining up for the emo time.
The people already just use and rely on this shit for day-to-day tasks.
Yeah.
Everything, man. Like ChatGPT this, just ChatGPT. Like I said, we use it. You know what I'm saying? We use it too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I use it for particular things to help me.
Might as well, hey.
At particular times, but hey, you know.
And we already locked in the system. Shit. Lose your phone for a day, you gonna go crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Battery go dead, you go shit. You trying to get a reception and shit.
Because now it's called
Tap to this
ChatGPT.
shit.
It's called ChatGPT Brainwright. That's what it's called. People, like I said earlier, people are emotionally invested in this shit.
Yep.
Once again, Esau got it. He did that purposely. He purposely got you emotionally invested into the shit.
That's right. See, we use it because we know it's a means to an end. The people using it and think this shit gonna go on forever, man.
Right. Yep.
Two different mindsets.
Sirach 12, verse 16. It says, the enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but it says, He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, he shall be yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. That's what he says, you know. Esau is going to speak sweet. He's going to make you feel like whatever he's prescribing for you in life or wherever he's setting up is going to be beneficial for your life, to help you to lift up the standard of your way of living. But yet, he's going to undermine you.
Yep.
Everything he's set up for is going to be detrimental to you over time. But he's going to reel you in. That's what you do when you hook a fish. You throw a bait out there to make it seem enticing, make it seem like it's something that you want. Fish like it's food, you lure him in.
You gotta lure it.
Yeah, you pull him, he get closer, he's like, oh man, I gotta jump on his chain. He grabs it. Once you do that, he saw you like, I got you. Now here's the reality of what I'm really trying to do. By the time you're grabbed onto that bait, it's too late.
Late.
And when you in that same chapter, when you read up a few verses, it says, never trust thine enemy in verse 10, man. You know, this dude is your enemy. Jake don't even realize they have enemies, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All 17 other nations are your enemies, but your primary enemy is the so-called self-proclaimed white man, woman, and child, man, who are the biblical red Hebrew Edomites, man, of the Bible, man. That's who they are. And they're your enemies, man. You know? And they're trying to destroy you, man. They're not with you. They're not for you. They're not your friend. You know? So Jake needs to understand that, man. He's your enemy, man.
Sirach 39 and 27, it says, all these things are for the good to the godly, so the sinner they are turned into evil. Like the elder said, man, we use this particular technology as well, man. You see, but we understand that how Esau is setting it up and what his real plans behind it, you know what I'm saying, really are. You see, to basically trap the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Like under the guise of convenience, you know what I'm saying? Under the gradual live over time, man. You see, he was able to be, hey, everybody's addicted, man. Look at these videos of these fucking kids with these damn tablets. How much more adults? You know what I'm saying? Kids addicted to cocoa milk. Adults is addicted to fucking social media, man. Right? You see? So this shit is a snare, bro. These people really don't see what this nigga is about to do to them. He get them so dependent on this shit that they ain't gonna be able to live without it, bro. Right.
All he gotta do is just turn off the lights in 2 or 3 days.
Right.
People gonna lose their fucking mind. Hey, remember when they shut down, was it Instagram or TikTok, one of those?
Yeah.
You had that one female just like, I have nothing without my TikTok. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Like, I'm nothing without her. Nothing.
Just like a junkie.
And she was a crackhead.
And she was an influencer. Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they shut it down, and she was pretty much, well, listen, I think my money is, I got these bills, I got this apartment, you know, I got this such and such $1,000 Mercedes. You know, my bills, I pay about $4,000, $5,000 a month of my bills. You know, crashed out.
These people don't have a clue, bro. Man, hey, woo.
Over an app, bro.
Yeah,
That's power.
Yeah, it is.
That's power.
that's why it's good
Yeah.
to Hey, YouTube is a form of social media too. Put that out. Because I got the addiction.
Right. Yeah.
I had to put this phone down.
Man.
Fuck that.
Man.
I be at home. Jake get mad at me when I answer the phone. I'm tired of this fucking phone, man. Shit. I gotta think. I gotta read. Shit, man. Let me do some other shit.
Put it down.
I'm tired of this
Niggas get
motherfucker.
locked up.
Right.
Watching First Amendment auditors.
They get pulled
I don't
over.
even know why. You know, watching niggas do First Amendment auditors standing there with their cameras recording shit. Getting mad.
I mean, you know,
Getting a reaction. I like watching that shit.
yeah, you know, form of entertainment, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a scripture. I'm sorry.
You can get lost in the sauce with it, man.
Right.
It's good to put down that phone sometimes. Give yourself some time not
Shit.
to be in front of the phone, even if you're exercising, going for a walk. Because, you know, we know that they're controlling us with these apps, man.
Right.
Yeah, like the Elder Bond said, we're gonna have to detach too, man. You know what I'm saying? These phones are powerful, man. Like the Urim and the Thummim, man. You know what I'm saying? Modern day right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a powerful tool right here.
Yep. hey, when you talking to Chat GPT, when you're talking to like these various AI platforms, keep in mind that you're talking to a demon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Real talk. Damn.
That's real
It's a
shit.
demon that you're talking to.
And that crystal ball.
It's their angels on the left hand side.
That's right. It's a Ouija board.
No?
Yeah.
It's
Keyboard,
everything.
Ouija board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so for real quick, you mentioned like fish and being lured in. This is Habakkuk 1. I'm going to read verse 14 and 15 in the NLT. It says, are we only fish to be caught and killed? Are we only sea creatures that have no leader? Must we be strung up on their hooks and caught in their nets while they rejoice and celebrate?
You know, and that's what they're doing. They're looking to basically rejoice and celebrate by making you what? Putting you on their hook. All right, they created the bait for what? For him to lure you in, for he can catch you. So once Esau is basically his whole agenda is you're going to be his reward. All right, you're going to be his reward and your key to his salvation. He's planning on. They're going all the way through what? To catch you eventually. His ultimate end goal is with that sea of bait. That's when you're going to be like, I won. I captured all your people. And you were talking to the Lord. Yeah, that's the net. You know? And one of them has been talking about the different social media outlets and things like that. What is the internet? It's the World Wide Web. All right? And Esau utilized that on the left-hand side. Just like everything that we utilize on the right-hand side, he created things to do it on the left hand. Even like Sage. Sage is from the earth. We do it on the right. We set it up for the right-hand side. He does it for his wickedness on the left-hand side. Just like the internet. But he's setting up the stage to catch what? To catch the Lord's people. That's his ultimate end game. That's why he don't, like you said, he's trying to detain and he's trying to deport all the northern kingdom. And like you said, the southern kingdom is going to be next. He's not worried about the what they call them, they say the Chinamen out here.
Right.
He bring them over, do what you want. He ain't setting up for anybody else, even Hamites. He ain't really looking at them like that, but if you don't know, he might get your ass out of here. He might be Israelite. But overall, he's looking for so-called black, Latinos, and Native Americans.
Right. That's right. Yep.
Verse 16, it says, then they will worship their nets and burn incense in front of them. These nets are the gods who have made us rich, they will claim.
Idols.
Yep.
Yeah. It's those idols. And that's what they do. I mean, if I can say also, the worshiping of the tree, that's something that Esau caught you in as a net as well. You go down and bow down to a tree, you worship it during the time of Christmas. That's an idol that caught you. Esau know how your mind works now because what? You've been integrated into this system. Now he's setting it up for you to know. He's setting it up to catch you on how he wants you to sway you. Like I said, he's basically treating you like cattle. He's gonna sway you and move you wherever way he wants you to go. Right. But see, we stepped out of that with the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We stepped out of the ways of the world.
The Lord called us. The Lord pulled us out of the world. That's all the spirit of pride. Yahweh Shema Shai.
Through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, we've actually have that wisdom and understanding now, and we're out here calling them out.
Man.
All right.
That's why the scripture. Oh,
Go ahead,
Go ahead, bro. I was just gonna say the brother read in Psalms 64 about their heart being deep, man. Yep. So over the years, man, Esau is in the fullness of his blessing right now, bro.
Right.
You see, so he's been able to tap into that left hand side. And truth, Esau has been studying and doing tests. You know what I'm saying? All this smart technology. While you sitting at home with your smart TV, a lot of smart TVs got cameras on it that people can't even see, man.
Right.
You see? And while you sitting there and watching particular streaming platforms like Netflix, I seen the fucking video on social media. This chick was saying, this dude, it was a dude explaining, like, when you watching Netflix and you got a smart TV, that camera that's on there is analyzing your facial structure and looking how you reacting to certain shit. This nigga's collecting data. He's studying your ass, man. You see, this nigga's been able to study. That's why, like the brother said, they collected data, so it's like, goddamn, how the phone fucking, it's like the fucking phone is reading my mind. Right. Even before you can be thinking some shit. You ain't even say it. You just thinking shit. You start typing in the song and that shit just pulls. Like, how the fuck you know what fucking song? I just put in 2 goddamn letters. Never been pull a goddamn song.
Larry June like a motherfucker.
Bro, real shit.
Happened in your mind, like,
Bro.
damn, I missed that song.
Yeah.
You look like,
You get my thoughts, nigga. I know, right?
Hey, that's just like it was a white lady. She showed, I forgot what she did, but they maybe cut off the light or did something, but iPhone just constantly flashing, like
Oh,
we
yeah,
take a picture of,
yep.
like so many times per second, like clack, 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 clack. And he was showing like, yeah, they basically following every move you make. But I think they had to cut the light off, but they had to do
Infrared,
something.
yeah,
The infrared.
camera, yep.
That's what it was. And that's what they, and Esau, like you said, that's why I said, he said none see him. You know,
Damn.
he said the people don't see him. He even trying to say, well, I'm gonna basically do it, and the Lord ain't gonna notice.
Yep. That's how it thinks.
Mm-hmm.
He think he gonna get away scot free, like he got it.
Yeah.
You know. That's why, man. Hey, that's why now everybody. I mean, the government now gives you smartphones.
Right. Real shit. Yeah.
But they wrapped up. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, they wrapped up.
Oh, okay. Okay.